What's good, y'all? It's your boy Hollywood Chuck. I'm with Shantae Amber Kelly, master instructor. Her business is Bossitup.biz, right?
It's Bossitup Attraction Marketing and Business Automation, and it's
Okay.
at www.bossitup.biz.
So go check that out. And basically, what's going on is Shantae is helping people globally to become financially and economically sound,
Yes.
where they don't have to depend on a job so much or borrowing here, borrowing there. She has a great program that you can learn and earn. So Shantae, how you doing today?
I'm doing good,
That's
King.
great.
How are
Fantastic.
you?
I'm
God bless
fantastic. I'm
you. God
fantastic.
bless you.
And so tell us more about this program.
Sure, not a problem. Well, first, if I give it honor to God, who's definitely the head of my life,
Definitely.
and I thank God for saving me to be able to bless other people. Giving honor to my husband, who's actually the president of our company, Bossed Up Attraction Marketing. Giving honor to you for having me on here. You absolutely amazing. I've been following you for so long, and we finally was able to get together, so I'm excited about that. So, just a little background about me. I'm a Gary, Indiana girl. Was on 11th Avenue, born there in 1965.
Michael Jackson.
Yes, we actually lived across. I got documentation. We actually lived across the street from the Jackson 5.
Okay.
On 11th Avenue.
Wow.
From his grandparents.
Okay.
So I actually used to see Janet and them with little practicing on the, I was little.
Wow.
Yes, Janet is I think Janet is like a year younger than me if I'm not, yeah, right.
That's crazy.
And so I used to see, you never would know that they would be the big stars that they are today. My mother went to school with Jackie Jackson at Roosevelt High School. So, we hung out with them, with that family, and we just never knew. Joe Jackson he was all right. And
I met Joe. I like Joe. I met Joe. I went to Joe
Catherine
mansion.
was a sweetheart.
We interviewed Joe a few times. He invited us out to his mansion.
He intimidated a little bit. But
He's a little guy though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
VH1 kind of expounded on the truth.
Exactly.
He's not a tall guy. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not. His sons are way taller than he is, especially
Yeah.
Jackie and Michael. So, but yeah. So then my mother met my dad, and my dad's family is from here, from Cleveland, Ohio. Originally from Chicago, from the East Chicago Harbor. They call it the East Harbor, right there on the borderline of Gary, Indiana, and Chicago. And they met. Then they fell in love. It was a beautiful story. And he went off to the Navy. That's why I went to the Navy, because my dad was in the Navy.
So you a veteran?
Yes, I am. For 4 years I was in there, and I actually became an officer while I was in there as well in record time. I got degrees and all kinds of stuff.
You ranked up quick.
Very, very quick. I actually ranked in boot camp, which was almost unheard of, because I already had a college degree when I went in. Because I got a college degree here in Cleveland. I went to Euclid High School here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
Grew up in East C, Cleveland, and I was in a Upwards Bounds program.
I remember that program.
I had Case Western and Reserve, and so I literally graduated from high school and had an associate's degree at the same time. So when I went into the military, right there you go. So to make a long story short, his uncle moved here to Cleveland and started working for RTA. And said, hey, you need to come on out here to Cleveland. I'll get you a job driving a bus. Yeah, so he started off as a bus driver. Then he started off working as a manager at Windermere in East Cleveland on Euclid Avenue. And he started driving a Rapid and doing things, and he went from the Rapid to the little white bus.
This your dad?
This is my father.
Okay.
Yes, Bill Smith, shout out. Okay, Bill Smith. And he's the one that really, really instilled in me the importance of having your own. Having your name on the building so nobody can tell you how much you're worth, how much you can make. And so it just kind of took off, and I think I was a boss really in my mama's stomach. I was supposed to be born.
No, but you know what I was going to say? Ironically, you said that you live by the Jacksons and all of that, and this is like, well, that's like a melting pot of greatness, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everybody don't really have it through the dance and sing talent. Some people have it mentally, you know what I'm saying? And you got to be there mentally in all aspects of things, but
exactly.
I'm talking about like on the financial side and you know what I'm saying, just the educational side of things.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying?
And
some people talent and the entrepreneur side. Some people just talented in those areas other than ducking the ball or dancing, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we get away from celebrating those type of folks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We looking at the people that can dunk the ball, run the ball, sing, hit the ball, whatever like that. And no disrespect to my sports players because I love them. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than just that. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's great people that fry chicken all day. That got chicken businesses. You know what I'm saying? You got great people like yourself who got financial businesses.
Yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's not just about being a one-trick pony or just one-sided.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not just a one-sided thing. So
there you go.
So family grew up in Gary, Indiana.
We ended up moving here.
Y'all end up moving here. You went to Euclid and
yeah,
stayed at EC.
My mother finished her nursing degree.
Okay.
And she got a job in the cardiology department as one of the head nurses there in Richmond Heights Hospital. When it was Richmond Heights Hospital, now it's university. And so when her and my dad unfortunately split up, we ended up moving out to Euclid. We got Willow Arms. It was called Willow Arms. On 276 in Euclid, right? Yeah. And so we ended up moving there when it was like maybe many black people out there. It was mostly Arabics and
when it was super suburban.
When it was, I mean, we had a pool. Yeah. And everything, right? And from that point on, I started doing little things like junior achievement, the Upwards Bounds and stuff. And then I just started connecting with people that kept telling you got to have your own, you got to own your own. Went to a couple of different colleges, lived, when I was in the United States Navy, I was stationed in San Diego, California at Point Loma submarine base. So I actually got to go down on the submarine with all these gorgeous men. And I was more looking at them than understanding you're underwater.
Yeah, you submerged in. And
anything happens, you hit right there. There's no way out.
We stuck down here. Good.
And you are not making it up to the top without scuba gear. So did that, and I just started meeting a lot of people that were struggling, brother. They were struggling financially. They were struggling. They didn't, really. What I should say. They didn't want to work for anybody else. So I started taking entrepreneurial classes online, just did things, Just
sharpening your sword.
Exactly. Sharpening my sword, iron sharpen iron. So I know that if I say, for instance, you want to learn how to sell the best real estate, be the best real estate, a billionaire in real estate, you're not going to go to the person that's flipping burgers. You love the person that's flipping burgers. You respect the person. Hey, I flip burgers. At Burger King. Right on Euclid Avenue, right on Superior.
But that's not something that you want to do long term.
Right, you don't want to do it traveling around the world and Guam and Africa, and when I was in the military and Hawaii, and I was just seeing all of these people with their name on the building. I said, that's going to be me.
You seeing
that's
things.
That's going to be me. Then guess what? I would say around, I want to say 2000, in that area, somebody introduced me to drugs. When I say drugs, I'm talking the hardcore. I got a story, y'all. I got like almost 20 years clean and sober.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. To God be the glory. This November, it will be actually 20 years that I have. And nobody could tell me I couldn't have stayed clean for 20 minutes, let alone 20 years. To God be the glory. So come on now. So I turned the crack addict, crack cocaine. You could have never told me. I used to be rolling down the street in my little convertible with my girlfriends, crackhead, strawberry. I was silly. I didn't understand. And here it is, me. I would have never thought. And I'm going to tell you right now, even though I went down in the hood doing it, I was up with the rich people. It doesn't matter. My $300 jeans, the knees of them, got just as dirty as somebody that had
low vibration
jeans.
is low vibration.
Come on now. It wasn't, I can never compare. I had to identify with the pain of addiction, and one of my best girlfriends I had 7 years and just relapsed. God bless her, y'all pray for her and everything. The disease of addiction is straight from hell.
An addict is an addict.
It doesn't matter if you hooked on drugs, hooked
gambling,
hooked on chocolate, hooked on stealing, lying, sex, it doesn't matter. It's just something we have to pray on. So when God delivered me from that, and I was literally in the dope house, on the ground, in the bathroom, waiting for the dealer to come. Y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies, waiting on that trick to come up in there. I'm keeping it real. We grown. I can keep it real today, right? Can I keep it real on your show? Yeah. Okay. So, and I was waiting. I had a moment of clarity. They talk about that moment of clarity, and I was like, this is not how I'm going to die. I never said, oh, I'm better than this or whatever.
You ain't never say, this is how I want to live. This is not how I'm going to die.
This is not how I'm going to die. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart. And I went into treatment, and I never looked back. And shout out to...
what sparked that?
Go ahead.
What sparked that? What sparked your mentality to say, this is it right here. I'm changing my life. I'm fed up. I don't want to do this no more. God help me.
I lost my apartment for the third time in my car. I gave my car to the dope man for like a 50, and he ran off with it. And my mother was like, that's it. My father was like, that's it. Tough love. I was in and out of court, in and out of jail. It was ridiculous. And a chaplain came and talked to me. I can't think of her name now. Last time I was at county. And she said, God has a plan for your life, sis. And the moment that you stop running from your calling, the moment that God is going to be able to really use you and you're going to help break chains. My cousin, I saw her at my grandmother's brother's funeral, and I seen her, and she was really out there bad, really out there. And when I seen her, she was clean and crisp and looking good and da-da-da-da. And I'm all like, whatever you got, I need.
Want that.
Come on, somebody. I mean, come on now.
I want that.
And she said, oh, I married a bishop, and we're right down here on 911 Maud Avenue, True Faith Apostolic. Shout out Bishop. Shout out Lisa Ford, my prophetess Ford, my cousin. And she invited me. That was about, I want to say about 16, 17 years ago. And I've been there ever since.
Changed your life.
Changed my life. Gave my life back to Christ.
So you're a pastor as well, right?
Yes, I am an ordained pastor. I am an elder as well. My husband is also an elder. And we have our own ministry as well. It's called Enough is Enough. Stop preaching people happy and start preaching them free. True Faith is our church, but Enough is Enough is our ministry. And so we specialize in backing up why we're supposed to be wealthy with the word of God. Not the world's word, but the word of God. The scriptures tells us to owe no man nothing, but to love him. Come on, Deuteronomy 28:13 tells us clear. God wills us to be the head and not the tail, the lenders and not the borrowers, always up and never down. My birthday, November the 29th, is my favorite scripture, Jeremiah 29:11. It says what? For I know the thoughts I have for you, to prosper you, to give you hope for the future, and to never harm you. So how can we say, oh, we can do all things through Christ to strengthen us, and we broke, and we busted and disgusted?
Because, debt is a sin. We know that. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw that on the Lighthouse, the pastor from Lighthouse Ministries on YouTube last night. He was doing a whole thing about finances and getting out of debt. He said that is a sin. When you in debt and you don't pay people back. And it's so funny. We go and we blow up all these credit cards and have all this debt. And then when the bill collectors call us, we get mad. It's like, wait a minute.
It's like you forgot that you got the money from. Or you borrowed or finance, whatever.
To Christ. I found out that I could write poetry. I found I could write music, choreograph different
multi-talented.
Woo! Had no idea until I put that crack pipe down and picked up Jesus. I'm telling you right now, then I met my husband. He was at the church as a baby.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes, Elder Michael Kelly. He was there as a child, and he left, was the prodigal son, okay, went out there and eating with the pigs.
Oh, okay. He was real nature with it.
Woo! In and out the church, in and out. But he met me. He met me. He came back to play the drums for an event that we had, and he met me. I'm telling you, it was just so romantic. I mean, it was like he was by the water cooler. And I shook his hand, and he was like, "No, I don't want to shake. Don't shake my left ear. Shake with your right." Next time I saw him, I talked to him on the phone. He was like, "When you come back to church, I want a hug next time." I was like, "Oh, you're asking for a lot." He said, "No, a Christian hug." He said, "Like this." I said, "Okay."
He said a Christian hug. None of that.
Sticking out, And I'm telling you, I came up the stairs in the church, and we got these double glass doors, so I could see him before he could see me with his fine Puerto Rican black self. And he was like, I seen him, I was like, oh my goodness, okay. And I was like, and he walked right up to me and gave me a hug. I said, oh, that's gonna be my husband. And that was 13 years ago.
So fast forward from the romantic, love both scene to Bossitup.biz.
Oh my goodness.
How did y'all come up with, is he the founder of that? Did he come up with that and then you piggyback as a helpmate, or did you guys was in the think tank and y'all both came up with that business?
Me and my husband, when he kept losing jobs, I couldn't keep one because things was going on with me physically, even with a degree, even with being in the military, even with him having the knowledge that he have, people just silly stuff. I said, babe, we got to find our own. We got to sit down and find an itch for a niche and create our own lane. Forget other people's lane. We don't want to sit at nobody else's table. We wanted our own table.
For sure.
So we went on a fast. I tell this story a lot. We went on a fast for 7 days. We fasted from the morning till around 6 o'clock with just water. I would say by day 7, he was still asleep. By 2:47 a.m. in the morning, I got up. I went into the front room. I turned the TV on, and all of a sudden, I seen social media marketing is needed. Social media marketing managers needed. Only 10% of people are actually being successful marketing online. 5% teach themselves, and the other 5% hire agencies like me to do it for them. They have no idea about how to deal with the algorithms. They go into social media jail. They
right.
all kind of
they
things.
getting locked up, you know what I'm saying? Losing their pages.
Prisoners, come on now. Losing all their pages. I had never seen a grown man cry bigger than you, taller than you, older than you. Miss Kelly, I should have listened. I was just hitting the like button and the this and that, and they put me in jail.
Yeah.
And lost everything. He had to come back in as another person, and it's not worth it. Just read the stuff. Anywho,
right.
So I started off with a class for $97, teaching people how to post on social media, just the basic stuff. I didn't have no website.
Basic social media
just
marketing.
Basic social media, what to post, what not to post, when to post, how not to go into social media jail. Flat out, right? This is so funny. I told a friend of mine, shout out to Dr. Stan Harris, Dr. Breakthrough, right? He said to me, you need to let me open up my breakthrough call, and you need to tell me, because so many people trying to build like MLMs, and they don't know how to recruit. They don't know what to do. They in that NFL club. Who I'm talking to, no friends and family left, because you done hit them up from everything from Amway to Mary Kay to make my day or whatever, and nobody don't want to hear from
nobody
you.
Don't want. Yeah, they think you calling for something for free. Or a loan.
Come on now. So I said, you know what? Okay. Because he's seen the results I was getting, because I was in a network marketing company with him.
Yeah.
And he's seen it. I was like, 20 people a day was coming in, signing up. He was like, how in the world? And I showed him. I said, come on a Zoom. Come on a Zoom call, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Documentation is better than conversation all day. Amen. And he was like, oh my God. Okay. I'm telling you, he said, give me your link. Give me your link. Make sure that people can just go right there and pay that little $97. I said, okay, Doc, okay, all right. I'm telling you, I opened up my Zoom room. It was a 7 o'clock meeting. It was about 6:30. I opened up on Christmas Eve. This is how good God is, baby. On Christmas Eve, I opened up my Zoom room. And you know, you can hear people coming in your Zoom room. Yeah. Ding, ding. All of a sudden, it was just 2 people there. For about maybe 3 or 5. I said, it's okay, as long as I help 3 people. I'm real humble. As long as I help at least 3 people, I'm good. I'm just sitting there like whatever. All of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what? 98 people paid me $97. Do the math. Wow. 98 people paid me $90.
Chimed in, got that educational marketing strategies that you put out there, because you do free consultations basically.
Oh yeah, my consultations are free.
And then when you hit them with the sauce and they hear what they want to hear, that's when they
be like, wait a minute, where have you been all my life? And all these other people, God told me and my husband, he said, do not charge what everybody else is charging out here. Charge 10% like tithes, and I will bring the people. And I'm all like, I'm going to get laughed out the industry. Everybody else charging $20,000, $10,000. I said, really, God? He said, do what I say do. I felt it in my spirit. He said, I'll bring the people. After those 90-something people saw that, and they started finally being able to sign up people and everything they never could before. Like literally, I got a testimony. You seen it of a girl saying she signed up 3 people while she was in my class. I seen multiple testimonies.
I seen tons of
while
testimonies.
She was in my class. We done helped over 7,000 people across the globe, from Australia to India to China, Africa, United States, all over, Barbados.
Because we had some naysayers, and we ain't gonna even mention who the naysayers is. But we had some naysayers. And I'm working with Shantae, you know what I'm saying, and they come to me and say, oh, well, she's doing this, and I said, well, she always take care of me, so I can't really agree with nothing that you guys are saying. And then Shantae came back with, here's my YouTube, here's the people, here's all the people that I'm helping. I don't know what they talking about. And so it's all testimony, is all validation, is all online real estate that you can go and see people saying that Bossitup.biz has helped them. Shantae, Amber Kelly has helped them. So, yeah.
That was it. And then these people, it don't take but a few that really get something out of what you get. You get value on time. They always tell me, girl, you under promise and over deliver all day. I've never seen nothing like this before. And then they start telling people. And then they started telling people. And it just skyrocketed from there. Next thing you know, I got this new class on it. Then somebody said, girl, you need a website. You need an affiliate program, and I share, I do lifetime membership, a lifetime commission. You refer me to someone, you get 10%. You refer 5 or more people, you get 20%. 5%. And my classes start at $5K. Come on now. Some people are just affiliates with me, referring people who they know they're struggling to build online, and that's their whole income. They don't even have to work for nobody else again, because God told me to do this. I'm not doing it to get no glory. I give God all the glory. I'm just a humble servant, honestly, doing what I was told to do. He saved my life. Now, as things were going great, fast forward to 2021. We done made a little bit over, by this time, Bossitup took off, I want to say about 5 years ago. We done made a little bit over about 3.5 million. Okay, documented, 3.5 million. Okay, little girl, didn't know what to do.
Between paying yourself, between taxes, all of the stuff you got to do, that's what you pulled in.
After taxes, after paying my staff, I got a staff of 25 people all over the world. After paying my staff, after doing everything, branding, all of that kind of stuff, it was a little bit over three. It would have been closer to four, but a little bit over $3 million. And it was like, okay, we on cloud now. We going to New York. We was getting us an agent. Shout out Carrie Hines. You know, we was, had the car. You know, we had the new puppy. We about to roll out, right? All of a sudden, my husband say, okay, baby, I'm going to go walk the dog. This was August the 29th of 2021. He said, baby, I'm going to go walk the dog. He was paying our phone bill. And we had T-Mobile at the time, paying our phone bill, waiting on the lady to come back. He said, you go upstairs and get dressed. I'm going to treat you to the spa, treat you to a spa day and everything. I said, okay, baby, that's my poor ass. Right, come on. So I'm on my way. I get up off the couch. Thank God he did not walk out the door. I get up off the couch, y'all. All of a sudden, I feel like I got a burp. Then I feel like I got to throw up. Then all of a sudden, it was like somebody just said, boom, in my chest. That's the heart. And they start squeezing my heart. I'm like, oh, the devil is a lie. I'm all like, boss down, you know. And me and my husband are comedians. So he looking at me like,
you playing.
Quit playing. I was all like, babe. I don't remember nothing after that. I don't remember getting in an ambulance. I don't remember anything. They have to life flight me. They took me to Richmond Heights Hospital.
Thank God for your husband. Thank God.
Yes, he was fine. And they left him. The ambulance left him. He had to ask somebody, "Where you get to Richmond Heights Hospital?" It was crazy.
He flipping out.
He freaking out. I don't even. They didn't even tell me at Richmond Heights Hospital that I even had a heart attack, brother.
What did they call it?
They was like, we're getting ready to life flight you to Hoosier. And I'm all like, huh? What's wrong? They wouldn't tell me. They wouldn't say that. All of a sudden, I'm out. I don't remember the life flight. I don't remember nothing. I wake up in a Hoosier hospital in my room. And they got the people with the mask on, because, this butt of the pandemic, the heart of the pandemic at that time.
So this is recently?
This was 2021, August the 29th, when this happened. I didn't have any symptoms. Like most men would have the pain in the arm, shortness of breath. I didn't have none of that. Literally, I was on Facebook at a youth program, jumping rope with the kids like a week before. I was fine. I had lost like about 60, 70 pounds, but thank God for that.
Yeah.
Somewhat was going vegan.
I think that kind of saved you.
I know it saved me.
Yeah.
And so I wake up. My husband is, he this light. So he's red. His eyes red. The doctor is Asian, I could tell, and the nurse is white with the blonde hair. They got the mask on, but their eyes is red. And I wake up. I'm looking like,
what's going on?
What's going on? What's happening? They was like, nobody told you? So told me what? Because I'm not really feeling sick. I'm still not feeling sick.
You not really understanding you still not understanding what's going on.
Exactly. And they like, ma'am, you had a heart attack. You have 4 chambers in your heart and 3 of them are shut down. They're gone. You are working with about 25% of your heart. Literally, I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, if you don't have this triple bypass surgery. I'm sitting there like, huh? What? Triple bypass surgery?
You like, oh, God.
I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, we're going to give you about a 15% chance to live if you don't have this. 15% chance. My husband laid hands on me, the elder that he is. He said, the devil is a lie. And started praying. I started praying, but I grabbed his hand. This nurse trying to hand me tissue. I'm like, I don't need no tissue. I need Jesus.
Right,
I'm telling you, I went on my face with that, and they had to keep me with a pump at the end of my bed, keeping me alive for 6 days before I could even have the surgery. They didn't even know if I was going to make it. I'm telling you, I had people up there laying hands with the oil. Don't tell me what God can't do.
So Shantae,
yes, sir.
You was making this money. Y'all was doing great things as far as like finance and stuff like that, but the lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle wasn't there just yet.
I was working too